So what do you love about this race?
I like how everyone gets together to help. It's a real team effort, from the counting to setting up to cooking. It's without the team, there's nothing. So it's a real oneness project.
How many people are involved in
Good
organising this race?
question. It's really hard to say because it's 300, 400 for the whole race, maybe.
And what did Guru ask you to do for this race? Anything in particular? What importance did he place?
Put it on. It took us a few years, but then one year, Sri Chinmoy said, "Do it this year." And originally, he said, "Do it around the course on Jamaica High School." And I thought, well, that's very hilly. So I said, "What about Thomas Edison?" And Sri Chinmoy said, "Fine." So we're on Thomas Edison.
So the runners have you to thank for less hills.
Yes, it would have been a different race around Jamaica track. Jamaica High School, not track, Jamaica High School.
You've seen many runners do this race. What kind of qualities does a runner need to finish?
You really have to be even keeled. You have to be very patience and perseverance is the two qualities you need. You have to be patient with yourself, but you have to persevere every day. Every day you have to something comes up, whatever it is, but you have to be patient with yourself and persevere.
Great, thanks. Anything you want to say about the race, Bajra?
Oh, none other than it's a joy.
And how long have you been helping at the race?
You mean when I first started doing this? From when it first started?
Right.
How long has that been? Oh, God.
28
years? Oh, jeez. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what is your main
And you
job?
see that guy over there?
Yeah.
Who's shining his hands?
And what do you do in medical? You give the runners a massage and
Massaging, take care of blisters, whatever they need.
yeah.
If I can't handle it, now we have Mario, who's a nurse, who comes in and he just takes care of the major stuff. If it becomes something where it's too much, where we have to hospitalize them, well, that's a different story. But he's the man there that tells us what to do because he's a nurse.
And what do you love about the race?
The fact that Guru has created something that tells us something. Humanity is bound to transcend whatever difficulties it has now in the world. There will come a time when that will be nothing, and we will be very surprised to see the new man, the golden man, coming on earth.
That's all actually.
Well, breakfast looks good.
Breakfast is
It was
good, yeah.
great. It's almost gone. Don't film it now.
Yeah, some apple mix, sandwiches.
It's great.
And you're helping a runner or you're helping the food?
Just with the food and yeah, really trying to figure out sometimes just looking at the runners and see like you know how they're doing and maybe they need a drink, maybe they need fruits and just giving them options because yeah, it's difficult sometimes for them to know exactly what they need. They're going through so much and yeah, we're kind of trying to come in their way and help them as much as we can.
What's the furthest you've run, John Lugo?
So it was the 47 mile actually
Right.
last week. Yeah.
Oh, last week?
Yeah.
So you're getting a taste of the distance running?
Yeah, and kind of trying to identify with the runners. You know, like you go when you're running a long distance, you go through ups and downs.
Yeah.
So you try to identify what the runners are going through.
Are you getting a taste for even longer distances? No.
Yeah, I mean, definitely it's so inspiring, you know, to see the guys running around all the time. It definitely gives you like inspiration and yeah, motivation to train and to transcend because that's what they're doing. They're really transcending, going beyond what the mind thinks it's possible, the body thinks it's possible.
And you kind of feel that some of that rubs off on you?
Yeah, as well. Like we're transcending here, you know, like also doing our bits. So everybody who is involved in the race is actually transcending their own ways. You know, the counters, you know, standing there and counting for hours. You know, we are preparing food for hours. The runners are running, so it's like a team effort. It's like a community. Everybody does their own part, and each part is necessary.
Fantastic. How is it different being a helper?
How is it different? Well, it's far less exhausting, but at the same time, you still get the experience of the joy and inspiration of the race. So it's lovely to be here under any circumstances.
And have you given it any thoughts about doing it again? Are you got that addiction or?
Well, because I don't feel like I will run it, right now, maybe in the future, I'm just trying to think of the qualities about this race that inspire me, and instead of using this race to express them, I'm trying to think of how I can express them in my regular life. So like my inspiration, my determination to do something good, to do something positive, my enthusiasm, I'm just trying to bring them forward in some other avenues.
What do you think you learned from doing the race 2 times?
I don't know. I think you learn something inwardly that's a little inexpressible and beyond our mind. So I won't try and put words to that.
Great, okay, thank you.
Thanks, Annabelle.
How do you find the job of accounting clerk?
Oh, it's great fun. It's an easy job.
Easier than running the 47.
Yes, and definitely easier than running this race.
How many winners have you got there?
I've got 6 runners. Pushka.
Grande push that bravo.
Now, Cliff, you're very modest, but you did win the 47-mile race. So does this mean that in the future you might do the big one?
I first got to do a multi-day race, but I do tell people that this race is on my bucket list. So
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great to hear. So if I come back in 5 years' time, I'll be counting and you'll be winning.
Who knows? Maybe.